All right. We are currently recording. I turned off the announcer lady because she's like so jarring. She's like, it's abrasive.
So you can turn her off.
Yeah, if you can get into the settings. Zoom has really complicated settings, I feel like, but if you can find it in there, you can turn that woman off. And it's the best thing.
We are recurring.
Yes, it's so bad. It like makes you jump out of your seat too. I'm gonna share my screen. Presenting. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, happy December, you guys. I really can't believe it's like almost a full week in already.
Oh, I know.
I wish we could have had this chat sooner, but here we are on the 6th already. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about schedule, what's going on moving forward. So the new builder call at 7:30, whether or not you've been taking advantage of it, it's on hold right now, and it's gonna ramp back up starting in January. I think we all just kind of needed a little bit of a break, especially like with all the holiday stuff going on. One less thing on our plate right now, and we can start refreshed in January. No changes with the team call at 8 o'clock on Monday nights, but I'm going to be doing lunch and learns every Wednesday at noon or 1 o'clock. And the reason I'm doing this is because I know not everybody's available at noon, but the people that we've made ourselves available for at 8 o'clock at night are also not showing up. So if I can do it when it's convenient for me and record it, then it's available for everybody whenever they need it to be. And maybe we'll have some people who are available on their lunch breaks. And I also want to see if we can speak to a new group of people who are available during the day. There are people, I know, because I'm one of them, that are they're available, and even more so during the day than they are in the evening. So I want to make that a priority in the new year, and we'll see what happens. It won't hurt to shift because I feel like we're not getting a lot of use out of the Wednesday night continuing education anyway. So I'm excited for that shift. That is a blank page. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of events scheduled for the rest of the month, and I'd love for you guys to take advantage of them. Of course, if you're local, Martha, I apologize, but these are in the.
I know. I've been seeing. I was like, oh God, that sounds so awesome.
Well, we can do these. I'm coming to you. We can do these in your area. We'll talk. But okay, so for right now, starting this Thursday, I'm doing. It's basically a 101 class. We're calling it Foundations. I'm playing around with some different words to make this a little bit more exciting for people who have already either been to a 101 or think they already know like the 101 information, even though we know not everybody remembers everything. So when you look on the oil community group, and if you go into the events, you're going to see these events listed in there. And they're created through my Modern Wellness business page, so they're public. So you should be able to share them anywhere on Facebook. The first one on the 9th, which is this Thursday, is called, they're all master classes. So this one is called Foundations. And it's essentially just an essential oil 101 class. I'm probably going to stick in some nutrition information, but this will be a pretty traditional 101 class. And just, Alabaster and Ash is in Remsen in this really cool old farmhouse. She has a crystal shop, and like, she's got all sorts of books, and like, she has saging sticks and candles. It's just a really cool atmosphere. She does tarot readings. She does all sorts of really cool events there. So that's this Thursday. And then also at Alabaster and Ash on the weekend, on Saturday at 11:30, I'm doing essential oils and chill, which is really just stress, emotions, and sleep. So it's a little bit of a different wording, but I'm going to be going over some of the same content and plugging in more information around what type of nutrients can support you in that area versus just like here's the problem, here's the oil, here's the problem, here's the oil. Like there's more that we can be doing from a nutritional standpoint, from a cellular level. So I'll be plugging more information like that. And of course, obviously the lifelong vitality. That's what it all comes back to, is lifelong vitality. Now on Sunday, I'm doing a make and take at Be Life Art Magic is the name of her store. And she's right in the new fitness mill on Oriskany Street. It's like downtown Utica. And she also has like a really great crystal shop, books, little knickknacks and cool things, even just for Christmas gifts, if you still have people on your list. So I'm doing a make and take there. It's $20 per person, and we're doing bath soaps. It's really bath salts, but I've gotten away from saying bath salts since the bath salt epidemic we had like however many years ago. So it's a bath soak, and it's basically Epsom salts, and I'll have my oils. They can custom blend some oils. And then we also have in the area Spring Creek lavender. I got dried lavender from them. So those are going to go in the mix too. So they're going to be really fun. And then on the 18th, again, Alabaster and Ash, the protection mastermind class it's about the immune system. So it's just oils and supplements. And I'm talking about the immune system, playing with some different names though, just to keep it creative and interesting. And then as a community, as a group, we're all going to do a cleanse, or shall I say, a cleanse will happen. You're welcome to join in if you like. But if you have people on your list who could really benefit from doing the cleanse, you want to start talking about it now, because it's going to start January 10th. I'm giving people that first week in January to get all their holiday cookies out of the house, get rid of the pierogi, get it out and get prepared. I find that if you start on January 1st, you lose people right out of the gate. So I'm giving them that week to prep. So as a community, we're going to do that. Just get it on your radar for now. Okay, today I'm going to go through some of the holiday stuff. Feel free to interrupt me and make this conversational. But towards the end, I'm going to talk a little bit about hostess incentives and enrollment incentives. We lost our enrollment incentive. So I want to make sure that you guys are prepared when you're talking with people to be able to close that sale after you give them all that good knowledge. All right, so the promotions, what do they look like? Buy 200 PV, get a holiday love, a frankincense, and a myrrh free. Those are all 5 milliliter. The product of the month is a full-size clove with a diffuser ornament. And as always, that comes with a 125 PV order in LRP placed before the 15th of the month. Ylang Ylang is 10% off. This is great for hormones. Here comes Abby. Great for hormones, great for skin health. This is the oil of love. So often when you diffuse it, well, no, I can't say that, but I had a client who every time she would diffuse it, she was like, I'd roll over in bed and smell it, and I'd literally feel like somebody was hugging me. Like it just makes you feel embraced and connected, and it's just such a great aroma. It's in Serenity. It's kind of what I think gives Serenity. It's more like of a signature scent. It sets it apart from other things. And then of course the holiday specials, which I'll show you what's available and what's no longer available. Okay, so this is a big deal. A 200 PV incentive is like an awesome gift to us from doTERRA. Mm-hmm. So with any enrollment, with any LRP order, and with any one-time order that's over 200 PV, you get these 3 oils completely for free. So for an enrollment, we're going to use this as your enrollment incentive for 200 PV orders. But what you want to think about is, what's my incentive for anything before a 200 PV order? Or just sell 200 PV kits. You could just go that route, and that would be fabulous. Oh shoot, there was another slide in here, I thought. Darn it, where are you? I wanted to talk about what's in Holiday Love. We can go back to that though. I'm gonna skip over it for now. Unless it's listed here. Oh, it's here. Okay, cedarwood, Siberian fir, wild orange, frankincense, balsam, Peru, natuka, labdanum, cinnamon, tonka bean, and vanilla. I have not gotten to smell this yet, but I'm really excited for it. If I hear somebody drop something on the porch while we're talking, I might go run and get it. I think it might arrive today. But we all know all the benefits of frankincense. I ask people to Google it because I don't always like to tell them everything because it sounds ridiculous, kind of like it cures cancer. Don't say that, it doesn't cure cancer, but it is used with so many studies right now to see its impact on cancer cells because it is a tumor inhibitor. You can say it's a tumor inhibitor. It shrinks cells that are tumorous and it replaces them with healthy cells with healthy DNA. So frankincense is so many things. It's anti-tumor, anti-inflammatory. It passes through the blood-brain barrier, so it's supportive for diseases of the mind. It is also being studied for things like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. And then also it's an amplifier. So when you use it with any other essential oil, it amplifies, it punches up the benefits of all those other essential oils. So they call it the king of oils for a reason. And this is an incredible gift and people look forward to this every year. So don't be shy about talking about it. I say all those things that I just said, but then I also say, and go to PubMed and just Google the Latin for it, which is Boswellia serrata, and just see for yourself all the amazing studies that are being done on this powerful oil. And then of course we have myrrh. Myrrh is an oil that I've used for my skincare. It reduces the production of sebum. So it makes your skin less oily if you're prone to oily skin. It's used as like a moisturizer too. So it helps to retain natural moisture, but reduce oiliness. It's used in different dental applications. It's great for your gums. I would offer my clients a little 5 ml dropper to go with it because it's one of those oils that's very thick and viscous. So I do have 5 milliliter droppers just to, you pull out the orifice and replace the cap with the dropper. And it's a nice little add-on because they're gonna get it and they're gonna be like waiting for 20 minutes for the oil to come out. All right, here we go. So what's left of the holiday items, what's available and what is sold out? Everything you see here is currently sold out. You can take a quick screenshot if you would like, but these are no longer available. Are there any surprises or disappointments here?
I missed the holiday joy.
We did too. I know Tom just asked me, he goes, when does holiday joy come back into stock? I go, next year.
So I have what's in it, except for one. So I'm gonna be just getting creative and make my own.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I mean, diffusing it, not diffusing it.
Yeah. Well, a little helpful bit of information, Martha, you probably know this already, but the oils are listed by volume. So by volume, that makes sense, right? Like the first oil is the oil that has the most volume in the blend. So you can try to play around with that.
Yeah, frankincense at the very top. So
load it up. Okay, so these are available now and not sold out. So these are the things that you can still shop. You know what I don't see on here, and I just must have left it off, but the cookie cutters are still available too.
I diffused today holiday piece with adaptive. Oh my God.
Was it amazing?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I diffused it pretty much all day.
That's awesome. Yeah. We've been diffusing holiday piece. I prefer holiday peace over holiday joy because I do really love like the tree oils, the very grounding, that aroma is just intoxicating for me. I love it. Coming soon. So just so you know, the
Carrot.
yeah, still coming soon. They haven't given us much of an update on that,
Mm,
but the gua sha and the yarrow isn't coming until the spring. So we at least know that that's not coming for Christmas. It's delayed. Okay, so this is what all the hype is about this week, Monday through Friday. These are
Mhm.
available. I do have the Huga diffuser on here. It's limited, but it's not as limited as the other things that are on here. So you've got your oral care bundle. These are really priced nicely. Sweet Dreams bundle. Like this is awesome because they're using things that you can't typically buy. You have to get them in the wellness kits. So this is cool stuff. I went through the limited time offers section and I also found the Ancient Oils collection where you can buy all of them together instead of individually. And then this was available last year and they must have pulled it from the site and still have stock. So this is a scarf with diffuser beads on it. So it's an infinity scarf. So you wrap it twice. And then the roller bottle that comes with it is a special blend. And you can go check that out online if you think you might like that. Of course, Northern Escape and Balance are available as well. And then the Yarrow Palm and the Lightning Brightening Skin Serum. Giftable bundles. We looked at this last month, so I won't like go into it too far, but you can go right into the website under shop and then collections. And there's all these goodies in there, which is really helpful. Even if you're just like thinking about cashing in your points for Hostess rewards, these are great little bundles. And they're, they even have like an extra discount when they're bundled together like this. Like when you buy your lemon, lavender, and peppermint like this, it's a couple dollars cheaper than if you were to buy each one individually. So strongly consider checking out your collections. And then there's these as well. Okay. Any questions on the things that I mentioned so far? Or comments? Or thoughts?
We're good.
Fine. Fine, don't. Okay, so I wanted to play around with just the thought process behind how to reward people for enrollments and how to figure out what you want to give a hostess. So this is just kind of my thought process. I immediately go back to fast cash. So just to go over quickly again what fast cash is as a reminder, when somebody enrolls, you get 20% of that, of the PV. So not off the dollar amount, off the PV. So for example, if somebody were to enroll with 100 PV enrollment order, either a kit or just a bundle of oils, you're going to earn $20 off of that 100 PV. And then subsequently, the person who enrolled you earns 10, and the person who enrolled them earns 5. So it goes upwards. The percentage goes down as it goes up line. So I immediately think when I'm trying to figure out a hostess reward or an enrollment incentive, what am I going to make on that order? So you want to check in with that before you make any decisions. So these are all listed out for you so you can see exactly what you're making. On the smaller kits up here, you're making anywhere from $14 to $25. Now, I'm not suggesting that you give away all of your fast cash. In fact, I would recommend that you don't, because you want to be rewarded for the work you've done. So this is just to give you perspective. But what I would do and what I have done in the past is use the fast cash number as a starting point, and then look at my points that have been earned on LRP and tap into those. And I don't max this out. Like if somebody, in fact, I don't reward enrollment orders under 100 PV. This is no, I don't do that. How I like to use this enrollment kit is to make a kind of like a custom bundle. So this is the starting point, because it comes with the free membership. So that's not paying an additional $35. And then I'll bundle onto it an adaptive or something else that's a similar point value, something that's 30 points or more to get this over 100 PV. So they're taking advantage of the free membership, but you're still like getting over 100 PV, which is really like where we want to be. So when I look at this fast cash and I'm thinking about what I want to give back for an enrollment, I like to go at like about half of this. So not going crazy. That means like we're looking at a citrus oil or maybe a product like Citrus Bliss lotion. Something very consumable is also a good idea, because then you're teaching them about the value of the products we have, which are our LRP drivers. So you want to be thinking like, what can I give them that's half of what I've earned, something that I can cash in points for, maybe not even spend any money on it. And also is training them to swap their products. So those are the questions I would ask myself. And I'm not going to tell you exactly what that thing is, because it's going to be different for all of us. I don't know how many points you have. I don't know like what you might have in your stash at home. Or what do you want to do with your fast cash? I can't tell you what to do with it, because that's your money and you have full domain with that. Keep all of it if you want to. If you want to invest it back into the business, that's also a decision for you to make, not for me to make. Okay, so I have these circled for a reason. Does anybody know why? Come on, take a stab at it.
Because this month they're over 200 PV, so you get the trio.
Yes, yes. And I'm super excited about that, because you don't have to incentivize anybody. doTERRA is doing it for us. You probably want to have on hand frankincense and myrrh when you're talking with these people. And if you don't have holiday love, that's okay. You just want to know what's in it so you can explain it. But yeah, you don't have to do anything here. doTERRA's got it covered. So just play up the value of that promotion, because it can be used on any order, enrollments, LRP, one-time orders, anything, just as long as it's over 200. So make it your enrollment incentive. Okay, so this is a similar mentality for the Hostess Gifts, except for I feel like it's even less. So like if we looked at the exact percentages, and I'll start from the top. So this is a Hostess Gift. What you do is you give them the keychain, and then you fill up the vials for them with every single person who attends. So if no one attends, they don't get any oils. I mean, I don't think you'd be so cruel, but that's the idea. So this is to incentivize getting the host to work for you and get butts in seats. So anytime somebody sees my little keychain, they're like, oh my God, how do I get that? Like they want that, anything mini like that, people really get excited about. So use it to your advantage. It's the beginning of the hostess conversation. Now that takes care of getting people to the class. Now the next part of this takes care of getting people to enroll, or getting the hostess to help you to get people to enroll. So what's cool about this is they're going to be serious about your class if there's something in it for them. So they're going to be on your side. If people are chit-chatting in the corner, if they're like not really focused, or if they don't really understand, she's going to be more apt to keep order in the room, and then also help to explain and help you close these classes. So the percentage here, if you're doing, if you have a class and there's a couple orders, and it's a 249 PV class. You're gonna earn, whoa, that number was way wrong. You're gonna earn just under $50. So again, you don't want to give away all of your fast cash. So they can choose one gift, and all these gifts that I have down here are strategically low PV value, or things that I have been keeping stock of with my points. So like I'm trading in my points for some of these low PV products. And again, you see there's a lot of like consumable products, so they get used to the idea of swapping where they shop. And then if we're looking at 499, you are just under 100 PV, or I'm sorry, just earning just under $100, and they only choose 2 gifts. So some of these are $10 gifts. They're very low PV, and if you've used your points, it's costing you nothing. So this will help to close the class, because the host gets to earn one of these products for every level of the PV of the total class. And then they get to receive a diffuser. So all the way up to 5 gifts and a diffuser. So at this point, at a 1000 PV class, you're earning $200, right? 20%. So they're getting a diffuser. It doesn't have to be a doTERRA diffuser. And it honestly doesn't even have to be a diffuser. You can take this idea and make it whatever you want. This is just one that I've created for myself. You could make it a modern essentials book or an essential life book and 5 gifts. You can make it a dinner date and 5 gifts. You can make it whatever you want, something fun. Another thing that I've done with this is I've taken the same idea, and instead of giving product, that hostess might be interested in you taking the value of that and trading it in for Healing Hands donation. So that's another thing that you can do. And some people are really more open to that. And they're like, oh, I don't really need anything. I don't want you to do anything for me. That's the perfect time to say, well, we can take your earnings and we can give them to the Healing Hands Foundation. And you can do that by buying the 72-hour emergency relief kits, which also have PV value associated with them. Now, if you do that, that does cost you actual money, right? Because you can't buy that with points. So it's entirely up to you. You could even do, word it differently and say a local charity of your choosing. You know, maybe you want to donate to like Rafa House, or there's a lot of really, really great charities here. And I know, Martha, you probably have some great ones in your area as well. So that's a cool thing to do too, if you know something is like on someone's heart, or if you yourself have something that you want to donate to. Just another way to go about it, to speak to people on whatever level they're wanting to listen. And that's really all I have. What are your thoughts?
I took screenshots of a few of those because I like the idea of the hostess gifts and structuring it that way, so that it incentivizes them to close, the class as well, and to follow up with anybody that is on the fence. And so I could see that as being a really good idea.
Yeah. I think for a long time, I didn't understand the value of a hostess gift. I just thought like it was kind of like a trade. Like, you do this for me and I'll get you a gift. But it's really more, there's like so much more psychology behind it if you structure it in a way where they get more if you reach your goals.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. And I have adopted it. And, some people are like, ooh, that's exciting. And then other people are just like, yeah, I don't really need anything. And that's where that, like, the charity option comes in. So it can really speak to everyone. So,
Or if they don't need anything, we can say, well, there is birth is coming up. There is, if they have, like the one lady, she's going to have one, she said next in the spring.
Mhm.
I mean, she's going to have a grandchild coming on board in the spring. We talked about that. I like the idea. Now I screenshot on that, but I didn't print it yet. Which I'm real big on. The people I signed up so far, they've always been going with the Home Essentials enrollment kit. I mean, that's a 200 PV right there. And when they know they're going to get other freebies, I think it's a good incentive.
Yeah, we're lucky we have that. And then for anything under 200 PV, like you could do a citrus oil, or, if you just have something in your stash, or maybe it's not even doTERRA, like from doTERRA. Maybe you have diffuser bracelets or just some things that you've accumulated over time.
Mhm.
People like gifts. So yeah, that's really all I have. And if you are like wanting to brainstorm any incentives, I'm happy to do that with you. But other than that, I think we're good.
Just trying to get people to bite on the bait.
Yeah, what have you been hearing?
Not much complaints, too busy this month.
They're not sick enough. they'll be knocking on your door eventually.
I have a couple visits this month. The one lady that I visited on, what day was it? Friday, Thursday. Then I went for my massage. I mean, she has an incredible spot. I mean, she does everything in there. Nails, hair, facial. I mean, like 50 ways of doing a massage. And guess what? She has doTERRA in there.
Oh.
And she sells at retail.
Mm-hmm.
But there's some interesting things in there that those doors are not closed. I've been doing a lot of thinking. We talked about clients that come in there with other issues. And I'm trying to put something together how nowadays health coaches are coming into places like that and collaborate with.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to paint a picture with her about integrating her spa with a health coach.
Mm.
Or everyone in there, she's the only one that uses doTERRA. Everyone else in there uses their own oils. She has no idea what they use.
Oh.
So I want to come back. I want to go back in there for maybe a reflexology or something like that, and have a chat with her face to face. And if I'm allowed to talk to the other ladies in there, I don't know. But get this, she does not deal with the oils. Her husband is.
So the
I couldn't find anything out whether if he's, one thing she said that she's buying them wholesale, but she says, I don't do anything. I just tell my husband, hey, I'm getting low on whatever.
So is she like a wellness advocate? Is she doing the business? She's not. She's just selling retail. Okay.
Yeah. So he had it hooked up with someone before to be able to do it wholesale.
Yeah.
So she couldn't tell me much. I said, I hope you're getting the great deals that doTERRA's, doing every month, and special now December. And she says, I don't deal with any of that. My husband
always had to be very mindful of like she's a part of somebody's business, so you want to just be very careful around that.
Yep.
But I mean, you can obviously have conversations with her, but you always want to be very, very mindful of,
Mm-hmm.
she's probably a big volume holder for somebody's business. Like, she might not know it. And the person who's her upline should be more in touch with her, but that's also like, if she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it's hard to watch people go by like that, but we just have to be really careful about that. We don't want it
Right.
to happen to us, that we lose somebody like that. I've lost people, but you know how it works, Martha.
Yeah. I'm just looking more at the other people that are in there, whether if, they're happy with their oils, if they,
Well, that is, I think, something that you can have a clear communication with her on, like, hey, I do this as a business. I see that you have other people in here who aren't using the best quality oils. If you're not talking with them, are you okay with me talking with them?
yeah, I am going to come out just,
think-
professional and very transparent.
Yeah, I think that's totally okay. I mean, it's the person who rolled her and her husband who's dropped the ball, and you're not poaching her.
Right.
If there's not a presence there, there's not a presence there. It is what it is.
And the other
Yeah.
thing is they're going to buy the essential oils that they're currently buying anyways. Why not buy them and have residual income along the way? And some of their, once they start using some of the doTERRA oils, some of their clients might really like them. And then they could get in a situation where they could, sell the oils as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's huge potential for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she shared that with like, and I thought, oh my gosh, so my wheels started to turn. I'm thinking, She said, I don't get involved. Everybody